Fabulous Fernandez family! We're Colin and Justin!
Is this a municipal swimming pool?
Don't you diss me in my front room, you boy.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have the final word on the yellow.
British designers Colin McAllister and Justin Ryan are on a mission to terminate bad taste, and no home is safe. They're always ready to sneak up on decorating disasters and give their owners a nasty surprise.
Slide it that way. Is anyone in? Some butter for your thighs. Who's watched that terrible sofa?
Time for two of the world's smoothest operators to slip and slide into another home heist.
Oh,
Look at these tiles.
is this a municipal swimming pool?
What's that at the ceiling? It looks like a duck.
Somebody's wee-weed up there, isn't there?
Oh, I love... Oh,
They've left us some food.
let me see.
1990.
What?
That's about family traditions and wedding
That's
cakes
not a
here.
cake, baby. That's evidence. Meanwhile, look at that dusty old organ. Look at that chest freezer. Meanwhile, more tiles. Oh, look. Drums, plants.
3 blood sausages, 1, 2, 3, check.
And what are we going to pick for the ambush? I'll take the chair.
I'll take the gruesome gatto.
Let's hit the pumpkin patch.
Today's unsuspecting homeowners are the Fernandez family, who think they're off for some innocent pumpkin picking at a local farm. Little suspecting that Colin and Justin have already planted themselves on their patch.
Now be careful, baby. That's an antique or an ant week, as we like to call it. I mean, the whole thing's taking a look of the kind of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Hello, pumpkin eaters! Morning! What do you think of these curtains, baby?
They're ugly. It's a bit Halloween-y almost, a bit creepy, haunted house.
Come on, quick, they're here.
Oh my goodness! Oh my
Fabulous Fernandez family! We're Colin and Justin! And your home has just been heisted!
Colin and Justin are here!
Oh my gosh.
My heart is beating out of my chest.
The fabulous Fernandez family, loud and proud, larger than life down here on the pumpkin patch. And do you know what? They're going to be really energetic. They're fun, they're friendly, they're upbeat, and I think they're really going to get into the whole spirit of it.
Darlings, look at your furniture. People think this is from a haunted house.
Oh my God!
Oh, no, they do.
And my favourite bit is we've actually got the Geological Society here actually dating that wedding cake for us.
I don't like this!
It's as hard as a rock. So you know, of course, that
Yes.
this now means that you are officially one of our golden 26. You have been done.
No! We've been heisted!
We've been living in this house for 8 years. Me and my wife, Emily.
We have 3 beautiful girls, Anna Maria, Christina, and Karina.
It's chaotic. I come home and I have 4 women. But
You're
they're
a very
great.
lucky man.
Yes, I am. Our home is great. It's got a lot of space and everything, but it's a bit gloomy, and it just needs a little bit of an upkeep.
I think the style of the house is a little traditional.
I don't like the curtains. I don't like the ceramic. It's very cold.
How they matched the walls to the balloon curtains wasn't really a smart idea.
Definitely the decorator would be Emily, and she's done well in her eyes.
It's old. And I think that the style of the house is dictating the way we're feeling right now, a little bit worn down and overcrowded.
Right, so let's get you inside to the scene of the design crime. What were you thinking?
It's beautiful.
I think the main problem in here obviously comes from the leak. You're scared of water, which is why this looks like a fully tiled public toilet.
Oh my goodness.
I need to ask, though, it's the curtains.
It fills up the room, don't you think?
Fill up the room, yeah, with vomit.
This stinks.
Look at your organ. It's quite a thing, isn't it? Does it work?
No.
No.
And how about that sewing machine in the corner? Does it work either?
No.
Are we living in a museum, or are we living in a family home? Or in fact, are we living in a freezer shop? Because rather bizarrely...
Oh, you're not opening my
Why is that in your dining room?
Oh, see, I
Rude! You're opening my freezer.
But you see, we are very rude, you see.
We collect antique minced turkey.
I don't know if I want to do this now.
You do, baby. I'm strangely drawn to you two. You're a very nice pair.
This is it, we like you.
I don't know about you two.
You're not skin, you're like, not so much.
I mean, what is this look?
This is a look that my parents always wanted.
Okay, so what about the dream home that you always wanted? Just asking. Let's go and look at some other rooms. Come on, baby. Let's
I don't know if I want to do this.
Oh, look, more tiles.
Oh, yes.
Why did you choose to position the fireplace right beside the door at the coldest point?
Because it's the only place where we could put it.
I beg to differ.
I wanted sort of a reading area around here.
Would you sit in the plants?
Oh, it's a fascinating book, this. Oh, blimey.
Mama, don't you diss me in my front room, you boy.
You know, when I asked for help, okay, I wasn't expecting this.
Let's regroup in the front room.
Come through this way.
Come on.
Because I want to tell you, we can save you from your house by taking your house for you for the moment, which means that we need your key because we're now in charge of everything.
Come on.
I'm sorry. I have never been so insulted. And I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I think you guys should go. Honestly. I think it's time for you to leave, okay? Watch the door behind you.
Chris.
Goodbye. Thank you very much.
Emily's just exploded.
Unbelievable.
sure?
I've
Well-
never had such rude... we've had a lot of people come into this house, but
maybe they
never
can
like
help
this.
us. Maybe we should.
I don't know. If they come back, they're going to have to listen to me.
So we went overboard.
Wait. Sorry, guys.
No,
I've got the key up.
more.
I'm really sorry if we upset anybody
I
inside.
spoke with her. She's all calm. She's fine.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. We really want you to do this.
Okay. Well, listen, we promise you we'll win her over with a good design.
Thank
We'll
you.
take for now, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. Just calm her down.
Okay, thanks.
I welcome their suggestions, and I'm willing to work with them, but they're going to have to be a little bit more gentle and careful with me.
We're invited into someone's home because they say, look, we need some help. You know, so it's like phoning an ambulance, okay, and you're sick. Do you want the paramedics to say, oh, no, you're okay? Take 2 aspirin when you're bleeding to death. No, you got to attend to the situation, baby. That house is a car accident, and we had to administer our own special brand of emergency service.
With the Fernandez family back on board, Colin and Justin are under pressure in the design studio to come up with something spectacular to placate Emily.
Oh, this house is a challenge, okay? Because they are a great family, really boisterous. But why, oh, why are they living in their parents' dream home? Probably even their grandparents, maybe even their great-grandparents. Look at this space. We need to give them their youth back.
We do.
Okay, here's the deal, okay? We sell this family on something youthful.
Okay.
Something contemporary.
Oh, I'm loving it.
But, in this area here, the huge front room, we do something upscale and slightly more adult.
Okay.
And then we go casual, family-friendly. Where else but in the family room?
Okay. Let's name this scheme right now before we go any further as smart casual. Do you know, I see a mix of elegant dining, I see a striking fireplace, comfy sofas, cool animal rugs.
Nice. In terms of the floor plan, I mean, the whole downstairs has got a hell of a lot of tile, but absolutely no style.
Okay. Okay. First things first, let's start with the living room. Let's connect all areas of our home with a really beautiful solid timber in a really lustrous nut-coloured shade.
I think we need a smart fireplace. I'm thinking white surround, maybe a black insert, and then we could temper that. I think a bit of grey slate would go a long way.
I think we should frame the room out with a really elegant panelling. I think we really need to open it up, brighten it, and let the sun shine in. And this is a fantastic starting point. Why don't we add a really simple, casual-shaped sofa in pure, crisp white, and then to add an extra dimension, let's go for a really lovely graphite grey shade and use that for a lovely pair of Queen Anne chairs.
I'd like us to use wallpaper in a different way, okay? What we'll do is we'll get the boys to construct an MDF rectangle that will be our coffee table, and we will wallpaper it with this, and that way we're bringing in a third colour and another pattern to punctuate the look.
Fabulous. Okay, what's next?
I think we should look at the dining room. Let's pick up on the panelling and the yellow in there, so we actually have continuity. I think we need a dark table in there that picks up on the darkness of the fireplace.
Let's use Parsons chairs, big, tall-backed, comfortable chairs, and let's slip-cover those in the same grey as the Queen Anne chairs.
Obviously, this is a smart zone. What about a beautiful chandelier over that table so we really highlight the table as the focal point of the space?
OK, that sounds like a great idea. You can feel this room really coming to life, can't you?
OK, right, well, that takes us into family territory and something a bit more casual.
Starting point, chocolatey mocha brown wallpaper.
Cozy.
You might think that's a little bit too dramatic, but because of this lovely metal detail, it's going to bring the foreground of the pattern right into the centre of your attention.
Let's bring in a brand new fireplace, OK, but it's going to cozy up the space.
I love the idea of that. Now, animal print rugs, lots of brindles and browns and chocolate tones, they're really going to add an extra touch.
That's going to work really well. Let's get a nice, big sectional in there, you know, low-slung and modern.
Why don't we add sleek black leather chairs with gorgeous tubular metal detailing and then pick up that same design note on a big circular coffee table to float proudly in the middle of the room?
I like what you're saying there. OK, let's talk shelving in here, OK? You know those kind of floating, blocky shelves? But let's get the boys to cut some additional timber so it looks like an upstand to punctuate all the way through. And it's going to look like a fitted piece rather than just something we bought from the store.
So I guess we're going to accessorise with loads of pops of chrome, tons of metal detailing, bringing it all together in a really smart, casual way. Now, on the subject of smart casual, I'm only thinking of one woman. Cheryl!
Siete pronte?
Si.
How are you feeling at the prospect of something fabulous happening to your house?
Good.
Good.
Actually, awesome.
Hey, darling, look at that. You're like a young Madonna.
Aren't you?
Aren't you? Look at those eyelashes.
And big
Gorgeous.
sister, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm pumped. I'm ready for this.
I'm liking that.
Well, darling, if you're feeling pumped, I need you to keep an eye on all this team, okay? Make sure there are no slackers, especially that one with the hat on. Look at that. He's like the Freddy Krueger of Reno standing there. Fantastic. Baby, let's do it. Let's do it.
In here, we're doing really smart. Beyond in the family room, we are doing casual. So 2 killer looks for you guys.
And the first point in this is actually to get rid of this colour here.
Oh! No.
Now that looks as if it's a big yellow.
Oh, that's big. No, that's... No!
Well, darling, suffice to say that colour is going to be all round both of these rooms, okay? It's the starting point.
Oh my goodness! It looks like an egg! It looks like an egg from that duck! Please, no! Oh my God. I don't even know if they use that yellow on fire hydrants.
No,
It's
I
just...
don't even think so.
I don't know about that yellow. How can we get them to change?
He's in and out.
I know, in and out. In and out.
Say it again.
Oh my God. Okay, I'm
Fabulous.
okay. I'm
Well,
okay.
Fantastic. Well, do you know what, darling? I reckon that's a really good start, don't you?
Oh God.
Welcome to the future.
Oh my God.
The crew can't breathe easily. They only have 6 days to transform the Fernandez family's taste-free tiled terradome into a smart casual family zone. If they can be persuaded to part with their fittings, that is.
I have seen some shocking chandeliers in my time, but seldom have I seen anything quite as terrifying as these. They're like the earrings of the worst, tackiest, low-rent transvestite drag queen you ever saw in your life. Can we please take them down now? Power off, babies.
They're real crisp.
Oh, hold on a minute. See what that is? That's the style police calling, quickly.
With the Fernandez family preoccupied with the removal of their tacky light shades, Colin and Justin can get on with the serious business of briefing the crew on their smart casual design.
In the family room, you know, that's really where we're going to go for the casual approach. We're going to use shop-bought plank shelving to create a big wall feature.
It's a lot of shelves that I have to fill.
It is a lot of shelves, and a lot of shelves need a lot of dressing.
Basically, this is our brand new chimney breast, OK? And as we often say, breast is best. Next room. Now, in this particular lovely big room, crown moulding, and then it's essentially paintwork. Now, see that yellow over there?
Yeah, 5, 6 more coats and that yellow ought to look pretty good.
Well, I hope it will, because at the moment, it looks just a little bit bright.
Oh, you want to change the color as well. You don't
No.
want it quite this...
I'm not saying that. I'm saying that what we're going to do is we're going to take an option. We're going to let this dry completely, put another coat on, and check that the yellow isn't too in your face. We want it to look really, really bright, but we don't want it to look like a nuclear explosion. OK? Chair rail. OK, let me just take this along here. All right. Lay on panelling below here. This is obviously freehand. I am expecting a slightly straighter line, Brian, from you.
We'll see what we can do.
OK?
Yep.
Would you say one sentence for me, just for my own benefit?
Right.
This will be a really easy project, Justin, and I know that it's going to go really well.
I know it's going to go really well, and it's going to be an easy project.
You heard him.
As the crew start the mammoth task of removing several tons of tiling,
In you come.
Colin and Justin and Emily and Michael have to seek planning permission from the ultimate authority, the Nonners.
Do we have your blessing to take this very old-fashioned home into a bold, new Italian future?
It's okay that we get rid of some of the old traditional things in the house?
Yeah, you can. I don't think they have a clue of what he's talking about. No clue. I think they just, you know, wanted to do the right thing and said yes, yes, yes to everything.
No, beh, cose vecchie, tutte cose nuove. Perché sono giovani e hanno la famiglia giovane.
Out you come.
Right, my lovelies, join us out here.
Outside.
We're going to look at 2 hideous crimes that you're guilty of at home, OK? And crime number 1 is that you have a room that's kind of like non-functional formal. There's an old organ and a chest freezer in there, OK? So that's all got to change, OK?
Design crime number 2 is that you have a fireplace afterthought. You know, you've got the fireplace positioned beside the doors to the garden, completely off-centre. There's no immediate focal point, so we're going to show you how to address that head-on.
Okay.
Fabulous. Ladies and gentlemen, you are officially style offenders with a S apostrophe tile.
Right, go and put them on. Go on, in you go.
Day 2 and the smart casual Reno is fully underway in the living dining room. Panelling is going up and the ceiling is made ready for some 21st century lighting.
So this house is a complete mess right now. There's so much going on. In the living and dining room, we've got chair rail, our panel molding, that's all up. In the family room, we've got our fireplace breast up. All of the walls have been primed, and this is sort of a trick that we've been doing on all of our projects, painting the wall the exact same color as the background in our wallpaper. So that way, you won't have any color coming through, especially where the seams join up.
The Fernandez's major crime, positioning their fireplace without any forethought whatsoever, can't go uncorrected. Fortunately, Colin and Justin have planned a lesson that'll hopefully set their imagination alight.
We have a very warming experience planned for you two, okay? Because your crime at home is that your fireplace, well, it was a bit of an afterthought, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was.
Generally speaking, they should be centred and not squished at the corner, right beside the doors to the garden.
I mean, for me, a fireplace is all about adding warmth, but all about adding the focal point, adding decor. You know, and this really does it, doesn't it? It is gorgeous, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Romantic.
It's romantic.
This, to me, is really interesting as well because it's got a real attention grab when you walk in. This isn't just fireplace, it's also the fire surround. Thoughts on this one?
It's very nice. I like the
stone. It's very modern.
You are sold by the surroundings, and that's the surprise, because you didn't think of the surroundings of your existing fire. So you seem to get this idea that a fire can add style as well as warmth, but you just haven't done it.
Not quite yet.
No.
The great news about fire technology these days is that you actually can take a simple box like that and you can tell your manufacturer, you know what, I don't want logs. Logs look too traditional. Why don't we go for something completely different? Have a look over there. See the crystals in that one? That is exactly the same kind of firebox, but they've lost the logs and replaced it with crystal. What do you think of that?
Gorgeous. The point of our lesson here today was to teach us that a fireplace not only has to be functional, but it has to mean a main focal point to a room.
I think they were genuinely excited by the fireplaces we looked at, which is good news for us because we're going to install 2 in their home.
Colin and I have got some fabulous sourcing to do in this very store, so if you want to disappear back to the house, we'll get on with that.
Happy shopping.
See you later.
Let's just warm the cockles of our heart as we continue searching.
This is a beautiful piece, isn't it? Look at that gorgeous shine on that. That is fantastic.
And if you ever wanted to make an impression, what with this fella here, cast stone?
It's like the Elton John of fireplaces, isn't it?
Oh, that's amazing. If you think about it, we've got 2 zones that we're doing. We're doing the big, comfy family zone. We've got the slightly more traditional, dressier room at the front of the house. So maybe we could go for something like that in one half.
We'll use the same fire with a traditional surround. We'll put that in the front room.
Okay.
Great. Should we go then? 2 fireplaces sold to the Scots with a need for heat.
As the 3rd day of the reno gets underway, throughout the house, wooden flooring is going down to replace those cold, formal tiles. And the Fernandez family have returned to inspect the progress of their newly heisted home, with its rather radical choice of wallpaper.
Oh my God, that's beautiful. Wallpaper. That's funky. The wallpaper is gorgeous.
You happy?
Yes, I'm so happy. I love the color. I like the wallpaper. I like the center of the fireplace.
Okay. Now, Mini Princess, what do you think of it?
Excellent.
Oi! Oh. If only you'd taken your children's advice when you were decorating, it might have been better.
As Emily and family get put to work with a roller, Cheryl's off to find some appropriately smart casual furniture to replace that old organ and freezer.
When you're thinking of smart casual, a lot of people might think, well, that means overstuffed pieces, things that are way too traditional, but that's not true. I'm actually looking for some modern pieces that are multifunctional and that are great for a family. So in this particular case, I'm looking for pieces that don't make the room feel too closed in. I mean, the whole point is to keep it light and airy and comfortable. So maybe it might mean to add a couple of layers with throws and pillows. That might make it more casual and definitely family-friendly. This particular piece is very modern. We've got a nice chrome base with glass, but again, it's not gonna work for a family-friendly setting because of these corners. I would actually prefer to go with something like this, where you've got multifunctional pieces. If you do need the space, you can move them around the room, and they've got rounded corners, so you're not worried about people banging into anything. And again, it's not gonna clutter up the space. You'll be able to see right through them, and for our purposes, we'll see the beautiful paneling.
So over here, this is the console that actually goes with the nesting tables.
Well, it's great because it won't intrude in the rest of the space, but we'll still get the function out of it.
Absolutely.
Okay, I will take one of these, and I'll take 2 sets of those nesting tables.
Fantastic.
Right away.
On day 4 of Colin and Justin's smart casual reno, and although it's coming together, there's still a long way to go to deliver in 2 days' time.
We got a lot of stuff to do. The painters are in there spray painting all the halls and front room in a base white. Dustin is off somewhere building coffee table that we then have to wallpaper and put some glass on top.
So the family room is really coming along. All of the wallpaper has been started, and it's gonna be a really nice backdrop for our casual family room. Brian is just starting to prime and paint all of our dowels in our shelving that's going around the room. In the living and dining room, things are progressing really well. Over here, Steve is just drawing out our design for the mantle, and I'm waiting for Colin and Justin to get here just to get their approval. I just hope that they like what I did so far.
Mid-Reno, and the sun is shining once again on Colin and Justin. And believe me, if it's not shining as bright in there, I'm going to be disappointed.
So think sunshine. Think yellow paint. Just saying. Bring me in, oh my God, to the nuclear power plant.
Hold it!
Blimey, the yellow's amazing.
I think I'll put these back on. Look, it's energizing. It's full of life.
What is wrong?
I love it, but it is really bright.
Don't panic.
How's that looking? How's that looking now?
Oh my God, the Invisible Man's here. Hi,
it.
what do you think of the color?
Let me just. Oh my God. Okay, here's the deal.
So, baby, listen, I'm gonna have the final word on the yellow.
Oh, wow.
Meanwhile, what about this wallpaper?
Awesome.
It's kind of slightly Moroccan, but very Sophisto funk. Fireplace, same fireplace, used completely differently. Really modern, no surrounds, you know, hanging up there at that beautiful floating height. All good.
With their casual family room design taking shape on the walls, Colin and Justin now need to find something for the floor. And this time, they're cutting out the middleman.
Oh, man, how are you doing? Morning, Ted. It's Ted, isn't it?
Good morning.
How are you?
Yeah.
What on earth is going on down here? Who was that in a previous life?
Everything we have is from a sustained farm.
People don't understand that they're all cows. They're all from the meat industry, and then you guys do your thing, you know, and you make them look like exotic species, and that is one exotic species, the lesser spotted pink zebra.
Hey. Now, Ted, I absolutely find myself drawn like a magnet to your gold-specked hydrug. How on earth is this dramatic result achieved?
People in the tannery, they're partly technicians and they're partly artists. They just love to turn something fairly ordinary into something a lot more interesting.
This gold is fantastic, but I don't think it's the one for us.
I mean, look at that one. Gorgeous. But then we're looking for something to tone in with that wallpaper, aren't we?
Nice, but too much white in that one. This is interesting.
Oh, that's gorgeous, isn't it? Ooh. Don't you just love the differential between the lovely dark tones, and they're going to cover a lot of floor space as well. Are you happy with those two?
Yeah, perfect.
Bring those beasts.
Tell you, nobody pulls the rug from underneath our projects.
They're like a cow poke.
Day 5, and with only 24 hours left, there's still a lot of work to be done. There's more wallpaper to go up in the family room, where the carpenters are preparing to install Colin and Justin's massive shelving unit. In the living dining room, Jacko's tiling one of the 2 fireplaces the boys found. And remember that old wedding cake? Well, it's off being customised to fit in with the boys' sunny design.
It's the final day and we're in good shape. We have a few things to do. In particular, we need to get the shelving unit up and finished, and some work on the fireplace. We're having a little trouble with mechanics there, nothing serious. And then, paint, you know, devil in the details type stuff. So I think it's good.
While the crew continue to battle with the intricacies of Colin and Justin's design, the boys are taking Emily and Michael to a swanky hotel to show them that a formal look can be fun and functional too.
How many stairs?
There's a wee touch of Gone with the Wind to it, and I don't mean of the flatulence variety.
I mean, come on, look at this. You want
Stunning.
impact. Although this is formal, although it's on best behaviour, it's very usable, isn't it? I mean, this is a hotel foyer, so it has to function, you know, so the chairs are comfortable, so you can actually be cosy, even in a cabinet space like this.
It's all about sitting down and feeling relaxed and spoiled.
Have a look around. see any chest freezers?
Have a look around. Do you see any redundant organs?
No. Soak it up, because we are now going to take you off and you are going to recreate a formal living zone.
We're going to recreate
in a beautiful, fashionable furniture store downtown.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Come on. There we go.
Our task for you is to take this bare room space, darlings, if you will, and use it as your theatre stage, upon which you will create your version of lovely, comfortable formality.
Okay. Whoa, that's one big dining table, isn't it?
I think it's a good idea, but I think we need to lighten that up.
And we're done.
Oh, we're done.
Well done, guys.
The oldie worldy high five.
Okay, we love some of what you've done. We love the arrangement of the sofa and the way you've dressed it with cushions. But there's something just a little bit overpowering about the overall vision. And I think with a little bit of corrective surgery, we can take this room off in a whole new direction.
Right, darlings, now this is not a criticism, okay? Boys, can we lose that table, that there, this credenza as well? Just clear that whole thing. Come on, just
God,
pick
no.
and lift.
Oh, no, I don't do any lifting, sorry.
I can see why you put that in there, because you were thinking of equipment, weren't you? You wanted your dining room to have somewhere, a bit of storage as well, but which is good, okay? It's a shame that you automatically went for something dark.
Drag.
Right, can we have that on the back wall there?
I love the fact that if you're brave, you can pull a look together with things that you might think wouldn't actually work together. So these, to me, would initially appear to be too large for the credenza. Is Colin lifting something?
Right, put it right underneath that chandelier, darling. Okay, this is quite a classic table, you know, but it's got the feel of an antique without the stuffiness.
Don't feel that you can't have something that's strikingly modern in a really traditional set, okay? Now, there will be those people that say you shouldn't mix metals, okay? We're not those people, and we know best. Here we are.
I think we're done, Justin. Let's stand back and have a look at this. Right, come here. Now, same space, same sofa, but everything else is kind of switched around just a little bit. What do you reckon of this?
It flows better.
It's got continuity, hasn't it? You know, all the pieces look like they belong. And yet, at the same time, you know, we're not too dark in one corner. We've picked up some timber, scattered it around as well, but we haven't been slavish. You know, we haven't matched everything up.
So we've learned. What are your thoughts?
I really like the dining room set. It's something that I could see using a lot more than the one that we had picked. It's very classic and very functional. Looks very slick.
Fantastic. Well, darling, I think, you know what? Class dismissed.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go.
Yes.
For me, the big takeaway is the fact that formal and old-fashioned are not the same thing. And I think in future, when they're thinking about formal, they won't think about being an old fuddy-duddy.
And what's amazing about the whole thing is that they actually picked out more stuff and brought it in, but it looks like a lot less than what we had brought in. We could actually sit down and have a meal in this place, and it could still be formal.
And fun and funky.
School's out for Mr. and Mrs. Fernandez, while Colin and Justin are hoping to practice what they preach by finding the perfect chairs for the living dining room.
So I think the nice thing about this is actually to create something totally unique, our new take on formal. We need to take a slightly more unique approach to furnishings. Oh, meanwhile, isn't that fantastic?
I think what we're looking for is something that's more like the classic armchair.
This is just a wee bit too wingy.
And it's also not that big. If this is going to be extra seating in the living room, we want something that's actually big enough.
So formal, but not so.
I think this is the kind of fella that we're looking for. It's got a high back, so there's plenty of space to get in there and squirm around.
Imagine that little baby there upholstered in grey and popping that into that beautiful white and yellow interior.
Meanwhile, I love the Queen Anne chair. It's such a classic shape. It's really comfortable. But for our look, it's just a nod to the past, and we're going to give it a complete rebranding by changing the colour scheming of it and taking it away from traditional and making it much, much more contemporary. I think Emily and Michael will love these. I think we'll have 2 of these in that lovely soft grey.
A la Beckham.
Yeah.
2
like little thrones.
2 Beckham thrones, please. Gorgeous. Right.
Excuse me?
It's the day before the smart casual reveal at the Fernandez home, and the home heist crew are up against it. Both window frames and panelling need another coat of paint. The fireplace's timber surround is still being prepped, and Cheryl's not impressed.
This is my worst nightmare. I mean, look at this house. I mean, everything's coming along, but this is supposed to be my dress day. Hugh's here, still working on all of the electrical. I mean, the lights are up, that's great. We're still doing touch-ups everywhere. This area is so dusty because they're still sanding this fireplace brass, they're caulking, and then they still have to paint this entire fireplace. And the family room is no better. We've got dust on the floor everywhere. I don't understand what's going on. Why do we still have our entire floor revealed when this is still a construction zone? What's going on?
Meanwhile, a change of season and a change of style for our lovely Fernandez family. It's dress day at last.
It's also been hairdress day for me, darlings, because as I think you can probably gather, your favourite comedy Justin Ryan, a.k.a. Justin Patrick Ryan, from Glasgow in Scotland, has been to what I like to lovingly refer to in this industry as the place where I get my hair dyed blonde.
Come back after the break and we'll find out where to get his hair done. Hello, boys. Meanwhile, I love a bit of dust on the floor, don't you? Hello. This is looking fantastic. You know, this lovely double focal point in here, fireplace.
Ah, my coffee table birthing clinic.
Hello, Justin.
How are you doing, Greg?
Very good, yourself?
Good, actually. I'm all the happier seeing that our lovely MDF construction is coming along. Actually, sheet and a half of product,
Yes.
$60. This, in a little while, is going to be one of the coolest coffee tables you've ever seen.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
guys.
baby, oh, peel and reveal. Come on, Jean.
I feel like a proud mother because we actually saw these chairs being born from the timber skeleton up. Amazing. Thanks, guys.
Wow. How fantastic, you know, custom upholstery, pared down classic shape, but realised in an ultra-modern format. I love it.
Do you know, there should be no reason anymore to only buy from the high street when you can custom make something for not much more money that's particularly you and tailor-made for your scheme.
These dining chairs were not expensive at all, and if you actually buy them from the store, they have a white slip cover. But we didn't want white, so what did we do? We actually bought one slip cover. We took it to our seamstress. She took it apart, used it as a template so that she could actually make slip covers in our chosen colour. So we get a custom look without a custom price.
As the coffee table is turned from wooden boards to bespoke, the all-important cupboard doors finally arrive, along with the rest of the furniture and accessories.
Right, stop that right now. Right now.
Go, come here right now,
For the
darlings.
love of all that's good and just.
Oh, busted!
I'm going to say right now, babies, you know what? That's the wrong room.
You don't even know your own house. We ain't doing that room. No looking. Listen, guys, now that we've caught you, we need to get rid of you, basically, because we want to get onto the stage of the project, which is adding the glamorous layers. In other words, it's time for finishing touches. So with immediate effect, pop it.
Fantastic. Right, off you go, the pair of you.
We'll see you tomorrow.
first thing
Trust
tomorrow.
us.
Okay, bye.
And no peeking.
No more peeking.
Now, meanwhile, the shelves in this room really add a totally modern touch, and they give us numerous surfaces on which to dress with all our incredible accessories. Storage like this can help you make a real design statement, but don't get confused, okay? This is not about storing all the things we don't want to see. Oh no, this is about showcasing the things that we do.
Now, if you're going to use a wallpaper like we've done here that's got a really dramatic colourway, it makes really sound sense to find one that's also got a pattern in a much, much lighter tone so that it doesn't look as overpowering. Now, when you look at that, you do see drama and excitement, but it somehow feels open and fresh at the same time.
Meanwhile, witness the luxury length of this hallway. It goes on for miles. Why has it happened? Well, we have played a few little visual tricks to make it feel so much larger. Trick number one, by actually laying the boards down so that they go from the front of the house to the back, really does stretch this space. Trick number two, the panels on the wall, a nice repeat pattern, elongates this wall, as does our rather fabulous rogues gallery.
smart casual, remember, that's our look for this particular project. You think smart, well, there you have the paneling down at the bottom. They're very, very traditional. You think casual, somewhere to hang your coat, somewhere to have a little sit before you leave for work of a morning, somewhere to check your look in the mirror.
Before Colin and Justin reveal their smart casual design to Emily and Michael, they decide to give a preview to the toughest of critics, the nonners.
Bello, come bello, è bellissimo. Oh, mamma mia, quanto è bello. Oh, beautiful. Oh, nice, è bello, bellissimo. È bellissimo.
High five.
High five for the nonnas.
High five for the nonnas.
Now, of course, our lesson for this lovely family was all about using fireplaces to create a focal point. And in here, in our slightly more modern room, we've used a fireplace in a really modern way. We've actually popped it into a chimney breast, floating in mid-air. There's no hearth, there's no mantelpiece either, and the finished look is really clean and really ultra-modern.
Well, in here, of course, the same fireplace has had a completely different treatment with a lovely tiled hearth, a gorgeous traditional surround. The same fireplace, but just completely differently attired.
I didn't sleep. I stayed up and I watched episodes of Colin and Justin Home Heist.
Everyone was terrified of this yellow when they saw it for the first time, but we knew best, of course. It works in this room, and I'll tell you exactly why. Number one, we split it 50-50 with white because we've actually panelled half the room. Number two, we've then picked up a secondary colour, this wonderful dead dark grey colour. This is going to absorb a lot of the intensity of the yellow. And rather like when you're making a cup of coffee and it's too dark, you add some milk to taste, don't you? So if the colour's too much, get some white in there and the finished results will be fresh, fabulous, and very colourful.
Open the doors! Let's open the doors!
We can't wait.
Now, if you've created, as we have done, different zones with very, very different colour schemes, i.e. vivid yellow through there and this lovely chocolatey palette through here, it's a good idea to pull both areas together with a couple of simple colour pops. And do you know what we've done? Flowers and some zesty fruit. Always a winner.
Hello. Hey. How are we?
Oh.
Let's get you in. Come on.
Oh.
Keep going.
My God, this is gorgeous!
Where's the yellow?
I love the yellow! Oh my God, I thought it was gonna be all yellow. Oh, look at the bed. Oh my God, look at the dining room. My wedding cake! My wedding cake!
It's a new home base.
Look at this. This is just
Michael, what are you gonna make me for dinner?
anything you want.
It's my dream, it's my life, my whole family. Well.
Baby, you know what? You are the best family ever.
It's livened everything up. You really opened up our hearts and our home.
That's what
and
you've done. You've opened it up. You have.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
This was kind of from another era in here. We wanted to give you a room that could function. You know, we wanted you guys to have somewhere to feel really smart. Did we get it right?
Oh, you sure did. Oh my God, I'm speechless.
Come quickly.
Oh my God. This is such a beautiful house. Oh my God, what a beautiful family.
And you're gorgeous.
Don't start If you start me crying, I'll never stop.
I'm almost scared to say this. No. Honestly, I'm terrified. There's another room, of course.
I
Go on.
Oh my God! Oh! walls are beautiful.
This is beautiful. This is
Oh,
just
it's
stunning.
so nice.
Because we talked about the focal point afterthought. Now you don't have a fireplace afterthought, you have major focal zone the minute you walk into the room.
Look who's here!
You like it? It's amazing, isn't it? It's gorgeous, eh?
Now there's a lovely saying, and it says, the family that hug together stay together.
Fabulous.
And we're going to give you the keys so that you can keep on hugging in this amazing new home. These are your keys, they're yours once again.
Exactly. Baby, you've been home heisted. Mwah.
It's like taking something out of our heart and putting it on the wall and showing us, yeah, it's beyond design and it's beyond, it's...
Yeah, it's more than just decorating.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Well, I think it's safe to say that all generations of the fabulous Fernandez family were absolutely tickled pink, or in fact tickled yellow. And for us, quite possibly, our most enthusiastic reveal ever.
We're Colin and Justin, and another home has been successfully heisted. Only one thing left to do: the perfect welcome.